Greetings. I think I have this figured out. I think with the last few days, with what's been going on in life, and it's been about a week now that I have been under this surreal. I don't know how to explain this mood. It's otherworldly almost. It's well. Let me explain what I think it might be. I did some research. I've been in prayer a lot today because I knew I was going to make a video, and I wanted to be filled with the Holy Spirit to give guidance and just hopefully speak something that makes some sense to somebody. But at the same time, I was praying about why I've been feeling so down and just this heaviness, and not myself at all. And I kept getting from God that it's a spiritual attack. I kind of trace back, how when you speak to God, you will get different things. And I was reading Bible apps, and spiritual attack kept coming up. And you get things and you wonder if it's yourself, but then God shows you in different ways that no, this is actually Him talking to you. And there's too many coincidences not to know that He's telling you something that just kind of clarifies what you're already hearing Him say, but you're just trying to wonder if that's your own voice or if it's actually His word to you. So I've been in prayer about that, and the response was I kept getting like videos showing up in my YouTube feed, or like I said, Bible apps that were showing that spiritual attack and what it's like. And I've noticed ever since I shifted this channel over to ministry, instead of where I was talking about kratom or different health benefits from, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I've noticed that things have been very different, and I have been hit hard with a lot of issues. Like people, I think Christians think sometimes that, oh, we're Christians, this is going to be a smooth road. But we have to remember that the enemy is out there prowling, waiting for somebody to devour. And when you put yourself out there for God, and when you're trying to bring people to the kingdom, Satan is not going to want that to happen. So he does what he can. So I feel, from what I've seen from these videos, this heaviness. My feelings have been getting too involved. I've been in the flesh. Instead of being in the spirit where I should be with God, I've been in the flesh, letting these feelings affect me, how I feel, my weakness, blah, 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 my body, my physical body, instead of in the spiritual world where I'm praising God, where I'm finding my joy. And so mission here has been trying to understand this first off, and now it's going to be trying to spend more time in the spirit to connect with God and to ward off these attacks. Another thing that my son had brought up to me at one point was he's dabbled in the occult, and as did I, but I'm working on him with that. But he brought up to beware because he said, there's a lot of YouTubers that get under attack when they're Christians by witches, etc., that will, cast prayers or different things against them. And I'm wondering if that's where a lot of this is coming from, and I believe now it's almost been confirmed through God that this is a spiritual attack. And somebody, one of my subscribers, mentioned that he's feeling the same thing, and I think we're hit by a lot of spiritual attacks when we start to, we're that seed on soiled ground, when we start to bear fruit and start to then. That's when somebody comes and tries to knock that tree down. It's a voice that's speaking of God's truth, and the enemy, Satan, does not want that to happen. He wants to make sure to interfere so that he doesn't want anybody to go to heaven. He wants everybody with him. So it's a spiritual battle, and it's just so incredible to think how I get so wrapped up in the flesh, and I don't really realize what's happening. There's this whole spiritual battle, and all of my problems with my computer dying, etc., started right around the time I started even discussing spiritual battles. So I feel like this is something that's so important, because I think as Christians, we don't even see, we're so involved in the material world and how our body feels, or our emotions, different things, that we're not seeing that this enemy is attacking us, and it can be through other people as well. I live with my mom, unfortunately, because, from my disability and stuff, but I live with her, and we usually get along all right, but lately it has been rough. And I have just gone, and presented back to her with love, but it has still been like coming at me. I almost feel like she's just trying to break me. But perhaps that's the influence of the enemy. The enemy can influence other people. He can put feelings in them and change them to direct how they're going to act towards you. So it's just crazy to me to think of what kind of spiritual world we're in, what kind of spiritual battle that's being waged around us, and our only weapon is God, like the Word of God, staying in the Word. So today I spent a lot of time in the Word. I spent a lot of time in prayer, just praying for understanding, for strength to get through this, spiritual strength. Spending time in the Spirit is the key to overcoming these things. When we get hit as Christians, it's easy to fall off the track we're on. It's easy to walk away from that when we're seeing, man, it's so hard to live this life. Yet we have to remember that our reward's in heaven. That's what we're doing this for. And I'm not going to let the enemy win. Like, I'm a rebel in regards to, I used to be a rebel to God, but I'm a rebel now in regards to, I don't like somebody messing with my head. So it gives me this determination, and I want to stay as close to God as possible so as to not slip away, which that's his goal. That's what he's trying to destroy us. So just wanted to explain that, guys, and let you know to beware of spiritual attacks as a Christian. We're getting nailed all the time by people, by media, by different things that are coming after us, trying to erode that faith we have in Jesus Christ and how he saved us. And our own, bodily, physical, like, wants and needs also interfere with that as well. So we have to be aware as Christians. We have to remember, I think what's up next for me is a fast. And I'm going to make a video on fasting here too, because that's so important. And that's, I'll get into the details when I do. But another thing I want to remind you guys of is I have the Patreon account down below. I do need a laptop, and one of my awesome subscribers mentioned setting up a GoFundMe account. So I am going to do that with the aim of getting a laptop that will allow me to process better videos, and will also allow me to start writing again, to build my life. I'm not cut out for moving. As you saw in the last video, I'm not cut out for that. Even though I'm walking every day and I'm strengthening my body, I'm not cut out for that. And writing is more my jam. I'd love to write for like a Christian company. That would be awesome. I've kind of started getting thoughts about that. So anyways, I'm going to put up a link down below for my Patreon, which you can donate to. That's a monthly thing where it'll send like $2, $3, whatever you want to send to me each month, and give me like a little boost in my account. Or you can do a one-time through the GoFundMe below, and that'll be going directly towards my laptop to help me rebuild. So that's it for this week, whatever. I don't know when I'm going to make the next video, but thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all. I appreciate all your comments, your likes, your subscribes, all that stuff. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And stay with Jesus, everybody. Stay with him, and he's the way you'll fight this battle. All right, God bless you all.